Good morning, guys. Hope you're having a good day so far. So if you remembered in my last video, I did a little teaser of what's to come for the Yakima bars that we installed. If you follow me on Instagram at Brandon T. Lopez, I'll put that somewhere right here, not quite sure where. But if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I already posted that on my story, so you already know what's on the truck. Keep in mind, this is off of a 5th gen 4Runner, but I think it looks really cool. It fits perfect, and let's go ahead and reveal it. There we go. So what we have here is a FrontRunner Slimline II roof rack. And like I said, this is off of a 5th gen 4Runner. It was given to me by my buddy Maverick, and you guys have seen him throughout the channel, and especially the off-roading videos. He's the one with the 4Runner, of course, because it's off of a 4Runner. So anyways, I'm gonna leave his Instagram down below if you guys want to go follow him. He takes some pretty cool pictures of different cars around our community. But there she is. There's the roof rack. Now let me go ahead and go over the specs for you. So guys, as you can see, it fits nicely on the Yakima bars. Of course, there's some space just because this is a little shorter than what it should be for an F-150, but I got a rack, I'm not complaining. Let's go ahead and measure the width and the length for you. Let's see if I can do more hand. Alrighty, so the width, as you can see, is about 49.5 inches width-wise. Length is about 161 inches. 61 inches. So about 5'1" and about 4 feet. So 5'1" by 4 feet. That's the dimensions of the rack. Now, with the 5th gen rack, I messaged FrontRunner and I asked them if they did any conversion kits for a 5th gen to a F-150, especially with the Yakima racks, and they said no. And I really didn't understand why, because I feel like all rack systems are kind of the same in terms of the setup. So what we did is we have a little T-bar slot. As you can see, we got a 1.25 inch bolt. We, of course, slipped it in here, lifted the rack up, make sure it fit in one of these holes, put a nut and a washer on, and that was it. Now, we can't put a locking nut because we can't fit anything inside these little slots to hold the bolt head steady. So it just has regular nuts for now. If I find out a way to get locking nuts on there, I will definitely do that, but as of right now, it's just gonna stay as nuts. We also put some rubber washers in here. I don't think you're gonna be able to see, maybe you can, but we put some rubber washers there to dampen the noise a little bit. And I will of course go over the noise aspect of the rack a little later on in the video. Anyways, that's how we have this set up. That's how the rack is set up on a Yakima HD bar. Any bar that has a little notch that you can fit a bolt or something in, it should be able to fit in at least one of these. And then we also drilled a hole in the middle of the rack just in case we want to fit it in the middle. But it's on the most inner on this one and the most inner on this one. So that's how we ended up getting this bar or rack to fit. Now, just looking at the rack on top of the load bars in the bed of the truck, I think it fits pretty well, even though the rack is a little small. I feel like if I wanted to, I can move the rack a little bit more out towards the passenger side and fit maybe something like a bike mount right there. If a bike mount can fit right there, I'm not sure how far it would work, but maybe something like a bike mount right there, or maybe just something else to put right there, or just leave it in the middle. I can really do anything with how this is set up to do something like that, or I can just leave the rack as is. But it comes with a little shovel holder or a little shovel mount. Thanks to Maverick, it comes with an axe mount, and then it comes with 2 bottle openers, which are pretty sick, along with some eye bolts to hold down some cargo. So anyways, this is what the overall rack looks like on the back of the truck. Now let's go ahead and go into the noise aspect and see how loud it is inside the cab. Alrighty guys, so just driving around, as you could hopefully hear, the rack isn't very loud, especially with those rubber washers. You can't hear a whole lot, so So hopefully you guys can hear that. I'm not sure if you can. Here's a bigger bump. So it does rattle a little bit. I apologize for being a little sweaty. It's a little hot here in NM, but it's not too noisy. And then when you close it, you can't hear it at all, which is great. I really enjoy this rack so far. But let me go ahead, get home, and then I'll talk a little bit more about the rack. Alrighty, so with it being a FrontRunner rack, you can really bolt anything to it. They have a whole bunch of stuff online that you can bolt to, but you can also, if you're skilled enough, build your own stuff. So of course we got some brackets. All I have to do to put some max tracks on here, which I don't have, is just slip a bigger bolt in here, which is what this had on before, as you could probably tell by the little stain marks. But you can pretty much bolt literally anything you want to this thing, as long as you got bolts that fit. So you could put like a rooftop tent, you could put max tracks, you could put jerry cans, you could even put a little cargo area right there to fit it like a toolbox or something. And then of course you still got your bed underneath that you can put whatever you want. I still got the weather strips from the bars in there, but you can literally fit anything you want on top, and then anything you need to on the bottom, which is honestly really cool. And that's why I'm so happy that Maverick ended up giving this to me. So once again, Maverick, thank you so much, man. I think it looks pretty cool. Let me know what you guys want to see done to the rack, if there is anything that you want to see to the rack. I also got a little axe mount holder. I'll show you how I did that in a later video, but got a little axe mount, as you can see. And then I don't have a shovel yet, but a shovel would go there. And then of course, bottles for, of course, soda, nothing else, right there. So guys, like I just said, let me know what you want me to do with the rack, if you want me to do anything with it. I think it's a really good opportunity to put some extra stuff on the truck, like maybe some chalk, some gym chalk, maybe a gym bag, or the air compressor that I just got. So, you know, you can fit an air compressor up there if you have a box. Of course, I'm in New Mexico, so I have to lock it down, otherwise someone would steal it, which is kind of sad, but it's true. So yeah. Anyways, let me know what you want me to do to the rack. Today is actually, I don't know if you can see that, July 13th, which means the new Bronco is going to be released tonight. So let me know what you guys think about that. Let me know if you want me to get one, because I really want one, but of course I can't really afford one right now because of the truck. But hopefully it'll be cool. Maybe I'll do a video on that later on too. But as of right now, that is going to conclude this video. So let me know what you think of the rack down in the comments below. Give it a thumbs up if you think this was cool, and if you want a rack like this. And take care. See you in the next video. Peace.